Here with Sophie Bating of Kuemper Catholic Volleyball. Sophie, you guys are headed to the state tournament, 3-1 victory over Monroe Valley there in the regional final. Just tell me how this feels.
It's so good. It feels so good. I went my freshman year, so I was so determined this year to go back with all of our young freshmen, our team, because we play so well together. So I really wanted to make it there to stay as a team.
Yeah, tell me about this game. Just give me your overall thoughts on how it went.
The first game, not gonna lie, was a little bit rough. I think that's what motivated us to get going, press on the pedal, and start going, get blocks, get touches, and everything like that.
What was the message in the huddle after that first set?
To kick it in gear. After we lost that first set, our coaches were like, "Come on, this is our game. We know how to play." So we just had to do what we had to do.
Yeah, so Sophie, just talk about your personal performance. It really felt like in sets 3 and 4 you really came on. Your coach just said that as you went, the team went. So just talk about kind of how you were able to pull the team together and make your performance a special one.
After the first second set or so, I was starting to get hot. I kept telling Ashton to set me, because their defense wasn't really picking up my ball, or their block wasn't really getting a touch. So I knew that was the spot, because our outsides and right sides were getting touches on the block. So I was like, they're not getting touches on me. So I was like, set me because it's open.
And talk about Mo Valley. It felt like the game was a lot closer than the final score indicates. That every set was close. Just talk about what challenges they presented.
They have really good outside hitters. Our idea going in was to block 10 because she was their best hitter. So during the first set, they really surprised us with how they played, and they're a very good team. So we had to shut them down.
What was the feeling like when you saw Kaylee Simon's set land as an ace on that final point?
It was awesome. Knowing that the freshman won the game-winning point, it's just fun for her to see that. Her older sister, senior, playing with her, it's just fun to see that, and how excited she got, and our whole team.
So all emotion today, but the season's not over. You guys are headed to the state tournament. So what's going to be kind of the message of the team over the next couple days, and how you guys prepare for that?
State is not easy. We have to go in, practice hard, go in with the right mindset, go in with playing how we did our last 2 games, and playing hard and blocking and hitting and playing aggressive pretty much.
All right, Sophie, well, congratulations. Thank you.
So
Good
much.
luck at state.
Thank
Here with Russell Wintermore, head coach of the Kuemper Catholic Knights volleyball team. Coach, you guys are headed to the state tournament, 3-1 win over Missouri Valley in the regional final. Just give me your thoughts on that one.
Well, the game was going to be about runs because they're a very talented team. But even when we fell down big in that first one, and I knew if we just tried to finish strong, it would lead over to other games tonight. But their nerves were high and they calmed down. But to see them fight and win that second game, that was huge for the momentum going into the third game. And then they just took over, and finally Sophie Bating took over. They did a tremendous job of forcing us into our serve receive to always hit on the outside pin. They were ready for it. We had to do a better job of making an adjustment. Made it too late in the first game, but we made it. The kids adjusted. I really think they got tired, and we just kept playing aggressive. So as soon as we quit, we talked about it in the first time out, if we'll just quit pushing and tipping, we can win this match. But you got to decide it out on the floor, and to me, that was the biggest difference. We decided to play a little more aggressive with our serve and our attacks.
What started working in that second set that really seemed like you said, the flipping momentum there?
Touches and blocks at the net. A lot more touches than blocks, and that allowed our back row to have at least a little cleaner pass to the center. We still weren't perfect with it, but at least it gave us an opportunity to run back. And then when we ran back with a strong attack, even if they blocked it, we did a better job of switching sides on our set. So if we got blocked on the left, we moved it to the right, or we moved it to the middle. So the nice part about these girls is that they have the ability. We have 6 hitters, so for them to have to try and stop all 6 was going to be tough for them. And we actually I felt like we wore them down with our options, and that was evident going into game 4.
You mentioned Sophie Bating took over, especially there in that 4th set with the trip to state on the line. She really shines. Just talk about her and what she brings to your team.
The only words we ever use with Sophie is that, go be Sophie. What has made Sophie successful this year, and Sophie to be successful, is that she's gotten up and she's gotten above the ball when she's hitting, but she's also got a lot of touches. I don't care if you block, but you've got to get touches, and she started doing a better job of getting to them because they were setting things quicker. So when Sophie will get involved with her blocking and touching. She's a little more involved with her hitting. So that was the only difference, because in game 1, she didn't do that. But game 2, she came out a little bit greater with that. And then as 3 and 4 went, as Sophie went in 3 and 4, everybody followed, because they started seeing what she could do, and they started imaging what Sophie would do as well too.
Talk about your 2 freshmen in your lineup, Kaylee Simons and Brianna Whitrock. What's it like for you to be able to put your trust in 2 freshmen in a spot like this?
Well, we put trust in them all year long, and they've had to build their trust in themselves. But the nice part about those 2 is that the girls that are around them, the juniors and seniors, accepted them and kept going up to them and hugging them, telling you're going to be fine. And so you could tell as the season went along, we kept saying, you're no longer freshmen. You are varsity kids. Show that you want to be here. Once you gave them that option of just calm down, play who you are. But it wasn't anything coaches did. It was what the players around them accepting who they were and what they were a part of the team, because they knew if they could get them to build their confidence, this team was going to be successful.
Coach, you guys are headed to state for the first time since 2018. Just tell me how that feels.
My first time as a coach is very special, because this is Sophie and Ashlyn, when they were part of varsity, they went as freshmen, and their goal was to get there as seniors. And they just knew it was going to happen. And for us to go in 3 or 4 years, for me, it's like I'm still kind of in that awe shock. I don't know if I'll get any sleep tonight, but I'm still in that awe shock. And I just, when that last serve happened, I just put my head down, waited for the crowd to erupt, and knowing that it was coming. And when it did, I just sat there and just took a deep breath, because I needed to find a way to let them enjoy the moment and for me to relax and get in the moment with the rest of them. So we're going to absorb everything that's going to be given to us from here until the time we play at state, and know that this opportunity doesn't happen often. And let the younger ones feel that experience of getting on that floor, being the first year at Extreme. That was their goal. They wanted to be the first Kuemper team to make it down to the Extreme Center in Iowa City. And they reached that goal, and God bless them and thank them. But this group is very, very tight-knit. You know, they'll push each other around and let you know, hey, you're doing fine. They'll hug you when they know you need to do something. But they also they're not afraid to get on each other and let you know, you've got to get here. You've got to get here. So they are all trying to make each other accountable for their jobs. And when you do that, you'll find a team. And that's exactly what they've tried to build.
So, Coach, obviously a lot of shock and awe, a lot of emotion tonight, but the season's not over. You're ahead of the state tournament. So how are you guys going to prepare for that over the next week, and what are your goals?
Well, our goal is obviously, I don't know my goal, I apologize, but our goal is, I told my assistants, I said, I want to practice tomorrow. And in order to practice tomorrow, we got to do some things right tonight. And then I want to maybe give them a day off, because they've been going full bore, and then come back and get prepared on Sunday and Monday. I want them to feel, what's it feel like to continue to practice when everybody else is done, and see how they absorb it. But I want them to live in the moment, because again, as they get older, we talk about in the locker room, nobody will remember your kill, your save, your serve, your assist. What they will remember is how hard you played and how well you are together as a team when everything is done. No matter the score, are you a team? They'll be proud of you if you're a team. And again, I'm in awe. I don't have a lot of words. My first experience, so I'm not finding the words right now, but I appreciate this, and I'll find more words later.
Well, that's okay, Coach. You go enjoy it. Congratulations. Thanks for the time.
All right. Thank you very much for being here.